Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. This one is going to be a little bit different. This is a creator request. My good friend Alycia Wicker had asked me a question a couple of months ago, and I felt like it was a little too hot at the time to talk about. Since then, the temperature has turned up. So, once upon a time, Michelle Obama had some very, very good things to say about a guy named Harvey who used to live in Hollywood, but now lives in a place made of steel. Recently, in the last few days, there was an overturn of the conviction. And so it's become a hot topic. So I am still of the opinion that Michelle Obama may be brought out as a dark horse for the coming election. In the event something happens, we're probably going to have to take another look at that as well. But what Alycia had asked was she would love to see what Michelle would have to say about her glowing words she said about Harvey if it was brought up in the process of the election. We'll be right back to look at this with the psychic scope. Welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years, a really long time. And in this video, we are going to take a look at a couple of things. We're going to look at the candidacy of Michelle Obama, if she's going to be brought in as a dark horse for the 2024 election. I said it a few months ago. Alycia had commented on it about the battle royale between her and 45. And she said, I am curious what Michelle would have to say about her glowing words about Harvey Weinstein. Yes, you heard it here. I said the man's name. So just to catch up to speed, and I'll put a link in here. It is Snopes. So apparently I take it with a grain of salt. Some people rely on Snopes, some people don't. The question on Snopes was, did Michelle Obama praise Harvey Weinstein as a wonderful human being in 2013? And yes, she did. It was 4 years before all of the allegations and the conviction came up. So, or the allegations came up, I should say, before everyone was doing the throwdown with their information about their experience with him. What she did say was he was a wonderful human being and a good friend. The reason why she said this is because they had a White House student film event, and apparently he was very well behaved, got his job done, and helped contribute to the success of some student filmmakers. So let's go back. We're going to take a look and we're going to see if she is still that dark horse running. When I did the reading 2 months ago, I think she's waiting in the wings. I think they're waiting for something to happen to the proposed candidate, and I think they're going to slide her right in there. They need some enthusiasm. They need some momentum behind the Democratic candidate. So let's take a look at it. And as always, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. If you are a new viewer, welcome. I hope you have a good time here. Please consider subscribing to me. We have a lot of fun on my channel, and it's a really good community. If you are a regular, thank you so much for being here. You guys are the best. We have such a great community. It's really fun. It's really welcoming. We have a lot of fun in the comments. We always have Foxy 313. Foxy 313 is always there, keeping up the chatter, as is Grumpy Sapper. So, and as always, my mod squad does an amazing job. I don't thank them nearly enough on this channel. So let's see, is Michelle still the dark horse? Are they still going to pull her out when needed for the 2024 election? I personally know a lot of people that would like to see her run. I know a lot of people that would like to see her on that ticket. So this to me says yes. that Ace of Swords is we're not ready to cut it loose yet. But right now, and I'm sorry, I just clunked my head into my microphone. I'm sorry if you heard that. So here we've got, yes, the plans are in place. The contingency plan is at the ready. I think her attitude is, if you need me, let me know, and then I will address it at that time. But for the moment, don't pull them out. Don't stick me in there. Don't start talking about me. I want to maintain my privacy until I am ready to come out swinging. When that time comes, the offer better be good. You better give me a locked in win. You better give me a platform in which I can win. I want all hands on deck. I want advertising. I want campaigning. I want everybody to put this to work. So she is very, very keen on getting the support from the Democratic Party. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I think they're going to jump at the chance. She is a rock star in her own regard. So I think absolutely, if they can get her plugged in, it's going to be an easy, easy campaign for them, because they're going to get a very ferocious support team in terms of public. So here, yeah, once the time comes, she's in. She's in, she'll embrace it, she'll do what she has to do. Under the surface at the moment, there's a lot of conflicting voices. I think there are some people that want to push her to the front sooner than later, but they're not quite ready to do it yet. So I'm going to double down on that and say, yes, Michelle Obama is the dark horse running. She's just not running yet. So not like those dark horses that were running across the streets of London the other day with the one white horse that was covered in blood. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right. So that being said, once they plug her in, is the Harvey Weinstein comment going to pose an issue? Is it going to pose an issue? There's going to be a lot of questions about it. Immediately, I have Peter Ducey. If you know, you know. Peter Ducey, I believe a Fox contributor, but he asks a lot of tough questions. He's really he's like old school, journalist. Comes to the table with some crazy questions, and has that nice boyish looking face. He looks like he's about 15. Just saying. So there's going to be a lot of questions. When we have those press conferences and everyone erupts into blah, 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 Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. It's going to be that kind of situation. And what she's going to say, her response will be, I knew what I knew. I knew what all you knew. Everyone had something good to say about him. There, even some of the people that accused him and showed by proved that there was some impropriety. Even those people were saying good things about him. So I think Michelle Obama is going to say, I was just like you. I knew what I knew. I didn't know what we know now. At this point, I have separated myself from him, and now I question that leadership in that industry, and I will question what I bring into the White House. I will carefully screen and vet those people that I will bring in. This is how she responds it. I am divorcing myself from the association with this person, and I have learned from this situation. Again, we're divorcing ourselves from a situation here. I will not take things at face value. I am going to carefully tweeze out what I need to know. So I think that that's a good thing. I think honestly that is best case scenario. I mean, Michelle Obama is no dummy. She's got smart people around her. She is not going to stumble into that question, so to speak. She spent 8 years in the White House. She, has a law degree. I know. She was debarred or disbarred or whatever. But we're not going to go there. So are people going to be satisfied with that answer? Is that answer going to work? Is it going to work for Democrats? Is it going to work for Republicans? Democrats up top. Is it going to work for them? And Republicans? So Democrats are going to use that to say, "Oh, she's one of us, and look at this. It's live and learn, and we go through experiences, and we come out a better person. We can use the information of others to help us forge a better future, a safer place for all." So they're going to use it as a teachable moment, which is great. The Republicans, not so much. The Republicans are going to say, "Well, what else? If that's her decision making, what else is she going to make a bad decision on? Shouldn't we be a little nervous about this? Do we want this kind of anxiety in the White House? Or do we want to find someone who is a bit more skeptical and able to find those subtleties for people that maybe are not ideal associates?" So I think we're going to see the manipulation of the information on both sides. I think really it's going to be a boon for Democrats to bolster her campaign. I think it's going to be a negative point that they'll keep bringing up, that Republicans will keep bringing up over and over again about the poor judgment to have him in the White House. Reality, he was a top producer and power player in the industry. It was undeniable. So, was he a kingmaker? Was he a queenmaker? Yeah, to a certain extent. We didn't know what we didn't know. Even though Courtney Love told us on a red carpet, don't trust Harvey Weinstein. There were a couple other celebrities that did that as well. So, I do think that, what we know, and we kind of can't go back in history. So that's what I think about that. I think she's going to plead that, she was just in the same boat as the rest of us, and she's going to use that as a teachable moment moving forward. So I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I hope my good friend Alycia enjoyed this reading. I'm going to have to give her a heads up and send her a message and let her know that I'm putting this up for her. It was a couple months ago that she asked me to do it, so I'm a little bit behind on requests, but I got this one done. So as always, I hope you guys have a great day. If you'd like to get your own magical reading with me, please look in the links below. I have a bunch of different readings that you can schedule. There's a discounted one that you can have my students observing and contributing at your request. There's also a new section of my Tarot 101 class that is starting in June. So if you are interested, you can send me an email. We can set up a little meeting and discuss your goals, what you need, where you are in your tarot practice. Email is fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. Thanks again for everybody watching. This is my favorite part of the day. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much.